Hey, beautiful soul. Welcome to your weekly reading energy check potentials report for August 15th through August 22nd, 2022. I'm joyful medium Joy Giovanni. I help people get clear messages and guidance from loved ones who've already crossed over to the other side or from their own souls about their own lives. This reading, I want to give you a heads up, looks a little chaotic. It seems like there's a lot of tension and stress and combative energy coming towards us. There are some tips to have and some encouragements in here. So, I like to give the sugar with the medicine. So let's get to the medicine part. This first card is, let me hold it up here so you can see it, Page of Swords. Now, this card, we often talk about being a don't shoot the messenger type of card. This can be making you feel a little bit defensive. It's possible that someone who either has like a younger energy or a less responsible energy, or maybe just someone who's very direct and doesn't worry about sugarcoating or softening or even making kind the things they say or the way that they say them. This card is like truth delivered without tact. So I wouldn't be surprised if you're getting more information this week, because swords often have to do with our mental realm, information that we're getting, processing that we're doing, intellectual pursuits or happenings. So information coming in might be coming in ways that don't feel so comfortable, or maybe not the way we would want to receive them or from the person we would want to receive them. But the encouragement here is don't shoot the messenger, take the information and making notes of it, even if you're unsure about the person giving the information. This next card is similar but totally different. So look at can you see the energy of these cards? I'm trying a different setting in my phone. Both of these figures depicted in these cards look very defensive, very stressed out. While this one is more about truth coming towards you, this one really is more about that combative energy, Seven of Wands. This card has to do with choosing our battles. But again, this person looks very defensive. Looks like, they are not sure which of these seven swords or wands rather are going to be coming at them next in an assertive, aggressive way. So they are staying on guard. And while this card can feel potentially like we're on guard in our intellectual space, this card is more like from our passions of our heart. So you might feel like someone's not taking you seriously, like you're not being respected, like people don't have your back, like you're having to fight to get your vision for a project or your inspiration or your idea moving forward. Don't be alarmed. This is just part of this lots of chaotic or aggressive or combative or uncomfortable energy coming our way. You can stand your ground, but the encouragement with this card is about choosing your battles. Now we have a little bit of guidance before we have another tough card and another guidance card. So this guidance here is the Strength card. Now this is a major arcana. While these other cards are more about our day-to-day happenings, discomfort, possibly in the workplace, could be in your home front, could be with friends and community people that you're dealing with. So this can show up in any area of your life. Chances are this week it's probably showing up in more than one area or to a level that's really creating a lot of discomfort. But the Strength card is here to remind you, as this lion stands beside this figure, just reminding you that you have guides, you have loved ones, you have angels, you are more supported from spirit than you realize. And you also have strength and stamina and determination within yourself. The remedy here, or the strong encouragement, is to be tuning into the guidance of your own soul as this information comes to light, as you're feeling perhaps not literally but figuratively attacked or challenged in some way. Be tuning in for this guidance, get grounded, stand strong. And part of choosing our battles is having this strength in a soft way, right? Strong doesn't always mean swords blazing and charging. It can mean getting still, being incredibly calm in a combative or in a situation that feels confrontational to us, right? Maybe it's even just a conversation that we're uncomfortable having could feel confrontational to us. But tuning into this strength that is an intrinsic part of your soul and the support that you have from the unseen world, certainly. This next card, it's going to get a little rough again. This is this Five of Wands. So This Five of Wands often has to do, it's not totally different than the Seven of Wands, but with the Seven of Wands, she's all on her own, feeling like people are coming at her. With this Five of Wands, there's several people in this mix here. But the challenge with this card, 5 is about change. Sometimes we have to go through a little discomfort to make change, not always. But if you look, everyone in this card is active in this combat, and this doesn't necessarily mean a literal combat. Remember, a lot of the depictions in tarot are more thematic, more figurative than literal. But if this is in relation to your workplace, for example, perhaps we're trying to decide on a client or a project, and maybe several people on the team have very passionate opinions. So while it's not like literal combat, it can feel like needing to defend your stance, needing to really stand strong with the strength in your beliefs, in your vision. But remember, really just coming in a combative, not constructive way isn't helpful to anyone. So it's possible, as part of this heads up, that you can then use what could be around the corner this week to host the meetings in ways that are a little more collaborative. Maybe you're going to set it up where people are going to take turns to share their opinions, where we're going to kindly and constructively critique what everyone else is bringing to the table and saying what we like about it and what we think might not work about it, for example. So just because this looks tense and confrontational doesn't mean it has to be as literal as it appears here. But you might be aware of this undercurrent of tension, of discomfort, of this push-pull, different people having different opinions and wanting things to roll forward in different ways that don't coincide with each other, that are not easily blended together. So this week is just gonna feel a little sticky, a little confrontational, a little extra uncomfortable. A good tip here is be really intentionally kind of minding your words, intentionally choosing what you're going to say or how you're going to respond, being in a place that's neutral and non-reactive, so that when these things do get thrown your way, you're not just like blazing with response, but you're saying, okay, I hear you. What I hear you saying is this. Let's talk about this, right? So we're wanting to be in that reactive or responsive mode, not reactive mode, right? And really just knowing that it's okay to be a little extra chill if possible this week. It's okay to pause. It's okay when someone's bringing something at you and demanding an urgent response or bringing hard information for you to say, I hear what you're saying. I would love it if you would write that in a document for me and send it over, and let's schedule a time tomorrow to talk about it so you can process, for example. But you don't have to succumb to this little bit of chaotic energy. You can kind of be above it, so to speak, and managing it as it comes because you have this heads up. Our final card is a positive card. This is Queen of Wands. You might have heard me say this before. This is my favorite card in the tarot deck. And Queen really is this compassionate, beautiful, evolved, divine feminine energy, which we all have a blend of divine masculine and feminine energy in us as human souls. But this Queen, she has all the passion, all the fire, all the capability, all the magic, all the alchemy to be able to create and bring to fruition whatever she needs. She's so passionate, but balances and tempers this with her wisdom, with her intuition, with her intellect, with her reasoning, with her life experience. So if you look, there's a lot of symbology. Sunflowers often symbolize the spirit world or mediumship. So perhaps even asking your loved ones on the other side for guidance. That black cat, as we know, is lucky for some, magical for all. If you notice, there are hearts there on the back of her throne, really just leading with the heart, right? Understanding what is I talk about this a lot, but whether we're here or in the podcast or in my coaching sessions, what is your desired end result? Is it for everyone to collaborate and communicate? Is it for, the chores to get done, even if they're not done perfectly or within, a 1 hour timeline, if we're stretching it longer? What's the desired end result? And how can you reverse engineer some of these conversations if you know that they're there could potentially be this combative, struggling, disagreeing energy that is just the undercurrent of this week. I don't know about where you are. Here in San Diego, we have these crazy riptides, which is this undercurrent that even when the ocean looks a certain way, this current underneath can like pull you in a direction that maybe you're not even intending to go. Maybe you don't even realize you're going until it's like too late and you're swept out into the deep end of the ocean. Kind of hold that imagery with you this week, because this undercurrent of tension, messy truths, information coming to light in uncomfortable ways, feeling defensive, feeling like we need to hold back, all of this is part of that riptide in the energy this week. So just be aware of it and don't get sucked in. Choose to see things and participate in things from this higher, more evolved place, grounded and knowing your true intention for any communication this week. So let me know how this is rolling out for you. If you're not already listening to the podcast Spirit Speakeasy, I would love it if you did. You can find it wherever you listen to podcasts or on my website, joyfulmedium.com. It's also on my YouTube page. And I hope that you will check it out and come hang out with me in the Spirit Speakeasy. Let me know how this energy is showing up for you this week. Big hugs, lots of love. Bye for now.